You may be like me and have been on a faith journey with Jesus Christ for a lot of years, and if that is the case, you'll probably join me in utter fascination with this film that Joe Amaral has produced called Story in the Stars. It's the first time, Joe Amaral's here with me. Joe, it's the first time that I have seen any kind of content that went into depth talking about the stars in the Bible. You know, we think about the Christmas story and Jesus being the bright morning star and all of those important true symbols and realities. But man, you dig into where we have often associated the occult,
that's right,
astrology, horoscopes, truth, our future seeking. And you're coming back and saying, no, let's see even what Jesus had to say about the stars.
That's right.
So let's go to another question. What are some of the constellations you speak of are quite peculiar in appearance? Does God somehow speak through these peculiar alignments?
I mean, all you got to do is read the Bible and realize that God uses all kinds of weird and bizarre imagery. You know, in the documentary, we feature the story of Joseph. He gets called in by the Pharaoh of Egypt because he has this crazy dream. If you had it, you'd be so embarrassed you wouldn't tell anybody. And the Pharaoh wants an answer. And he sees 7 skinny cows. They come up and they eat 7 fat cows. I mean, I don't know what you would do if you had that dream. But he calls for Joseph, and Joseph comes. And the interpretation that he gives, it saves the entire nation of Egypt from starvation. So we know that God uses bizarre imagery. Ezekiel looks up and he sees 4 creatures. You know, they have the face of a lion, of an eagle, of a man, and all these bizarre things. And I mean, just flip through the book of Revelation. It's filled with bizarre imagery. So
and this imagery is up in the skies, in the heavens, right?
See, that's something that we've missed, because John always uses the word, I looked up and I saw a sign. It doesn't say I saw an object. And if we use the word zodiacos, that word for something that moves in a circular motion, he's actually seeing a physical constellation, and then that better makes sense when we understand what John is trying to say. You know, people say, Joe, how can God use these 12 symbols of the zodiac? I mean, you have like a half horse, you have a half man, you have a half goat and a fish tail. What in the world? Come on, guys, look at the Bible. It's filled with imagery. Even in the sign that's called Sagittarius, that has a half horse and a half man, we see this creature that has 2 natures. It's fully God, it's fully man. And in the sign of Sagittarius, he's drawing back an arrow and he's getting ready to release it. And right in front of him, in any star map in the world, is the sign of Scorpio, the great enemy. And he's getting ready to pierce him and destroy him, because he's come to destroy the works of the devil. And there's 12 of them, and there's 12 months. And every month, a new constellation comes up, and we learn something new about the Messiah.
Well, Joe Amaral is stirring it up. He is making us think like we haven't thought before, at least in my view of looking at the stars and the alignments, the constellations. It's captured beautifully in this 40-minute film. It's called Story in the Stars, and it's our offer to you this month, and we hope that you'll call and you'll get it and help the ministry of Crossroads when you do. This is a marvelous, beautiful product, and I think it will answer questions, it will stir up more questions, but it'll stretch you. And I thank God for people like Joe who bring us new thoughts from the ancient Word of God that is truly relevant every single day. And we're glad you're with us, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks to you so much too.